donate a garden, and today we're going to be creating ornament topiaries on the cheap.
First flake of snow is set to fall today.
Okay, so I found some really cute ornament topiaries at Walmart. Basically, it's got a stake to go into the ground and a bunch of ornaments stacked on top of one another. Super cute. This one was $15. This one isn't actually a stake, it's just the ornament. It was $12. It's like a giant ornament. Let's turn that one into one. And then this one was $20. And with that in mind, I wanted to get more of them, but I didn't want to pay that particular price. I really wanted to do something that's a little bit more cost effective, and they only had those 3 varieties where I wanted to mix them up. I don't want to have all the same variety because then everything just kind of gets monotonous and you don't really see anything that's particularly special. So what I did is I ended up going and finding ornaments at several different places. Dollar Tree is where I got these. I believe they're almost 5-inch ornaments. Got those in bright red, matte red, and glitter red. So those were $1.25 each. I also got these from Five Below, and they were $3 each, and I got silver and I got red glitter. Then at Michael's, I got some additional ornaments that were all half off, so I got them for $5 each. So this is where I got some of the more interesting ones. This one, these, which I thought would be good toppers for the top of the topiary, and this one right here. And my goal is to create 4 additional topiaries. So I've got 3 existing ones, so I'm going to create 4 more. I'm wanting these existing ones to be the shorter ones, so I would like a little bit taller ones for the rest of the topiaries. And then what I'm going to do is, once these are created, I'm going to go out, I'm going to cut back a couple of perennials that I have in that front curve of the garden, and then we're going to install these amongst all those beautiful blue and purple pansies that I planted a few weeks ago. Now let's talk about what I'm going to use for the stake. I didn't want to have to buy anything, so I have some dowel rods that I already owned, and I have some metal posts and some tomato posts. I've got some different things that I thought I would mess around with to see if that could work. Next, I'm going to also need to be able to basically punch a hole through some of these. So what I'm going to start by doing is using a pair of pliers to pull all the tops off of these ornaments, because we won't need these. Because basically there's already an existing hole, we're going to make another hole and we're going to thread them onto one another. So the big deal will be creating the additional hole, whether I'm going to create that using something to melt it like a hot glue gun, or whether I'm going to use something like a drill bit. I'm not sure, I haven't gotten that far on it, so let's see. Let's start by getting all these ends off. Okay, so I've just got a pair of pliers or snips, and so basically I'm just going to try to pull them off. That actually went easier than I thought. Hopefully these will all just pull off really easily. Yeah, they don't pull off super easily, so having something to kind of pry them off I think is helpful. And this one has a solid, so I'll have to open that up. But basically I'm looking to see if, yeah, that we can cram them in like that is kind of the goal. I think that these will look really cool in my front garden. I think that these colors will contrast really well with the existing pansies that I have out there. I think it'll look really, really nice. And I've always loved these topiaries. I'll put some pictures up as some inspiration I saw on Pinterest. I've always loved them. They've always been a little bit out of my price range, but when I saw them at Walmart, I was like, that's not too bad. And then I was like, that's silly. Why haven't I just made them for myself instead of buying them? And then I can customize them to the colors that I need and the height and size that I want, things like that. And I do love to do some little craft projects at this time of year. For those of you who don't know, I actually have a sister who does YouTube videos as well. She does like happy planner stuff, like lots of planning, daily planners, and then she does Bible journaling and a lot of crafty stuff, and she has a massive following on her channel. She's been doing it longer than I have. She's very successful. She posts like 5 times a week, and yeah, it's really cool. But also we look alike. So if you want to see what I would look like with full hair and makeup and cute clothes on, go watch my sister. I'll drop her link below. Her name's Elisa. Okay, I think I might need some smaller dowels. So let me go see if there's another option. Okay, so these are like from some tomato cages. We woke up this morning to like 35 degrees outside, which is insane. All right, so basically the idea is that I would start to, and I'm gonna have to like bend some of these a little bit. I would start to basically thread some of the ornaments on here. I think having a good pair of pliers to help you kind of cram this in is gonna be helpful. All right, so that would be like the top of one. So I think what I probably need to do is kind of plan out a little bit about what I want. Okay, so I've got my drill, and I've seen a lot of people using the hot glue gun to melt holes. And I will definitely give that a try. I don't want to give that a try right off the bat. I want to see if I can do something that's non-toxic first. Melting plastic releases a lot of toxic fumes. So if I have to do that, then I'll go outside and do that. So basically, okay, that opened the hole pretty well. Yeah, that works pretty good. So now I need to see, can I do it from the opposite side? I'm not pushing really hard because I don't want to break, but I've got that. So theoretically, the idea being that we could over here. Thread these through, just like that. Okay, well that's cool. Yay! Okay, all right, so that works really well to get started. So basically, I think I'm gonna stick with the drill. I'm using a 1/2 inch hole. I'm sure there's like a really like scientific word, but hole bit. So it drills like perfect holes. So it's a 1/2 inch. And I think that that's gonna work really good. I'm going slow with it, which I think is helpful. I was thinking, oh, I need a glue between each of these, but I don't think I really need a glue between each of them. I think I just need to glue the very bottom one. And then that allows me in the future, should I change my mind, just have to pop that little bitty hot glue off the bottom one and then pull all of them off, and I can use them for something else. So let's add another one for fun. Yeah, this makes me feel so much better rather than melting. And I think one more red one down here I think would be good. Okay. So I left a little bit of it to sink into the ground. So I like that a lot. So basically what I'm going to do at this point is I've got my other hot glue gun, and I use the Ryobi hot glue gun that's with the battery. This is more of like a heavy duty hot glue gun. I don't think it's really good for really like specific fine-tuned crafts because it puts out a lot of glue and it's really hot. And there we go. So basically I just added a little bit of glue there, and we'll let that dry and make some more. just to keep the ornament from pushing off the end. Just to help that stay in place. Okay, and then I'm going to put a little bit of glue at the end to secure that in place too, so they don't all slide off. This is going well. Okay, this is the area I want to work in, and we planted a lot of perennials in here, but also put a bunch of the annuals. It's cold. I almost need a jacket. This is a summerific hibiscus, and I wanted to let it go dormant before cutting it back, so it is officially dormant now. So I'm cutting it back, but I'm leaving about 3 inches above the ground just so that in the spring I know where it is. Okay, so this is on the front curve, and where I'm standing is kind of the corner. So I'm just going to start with that. I think getting them straight is what's going to be really hard for me. There you go. So I'm starting with tallest towards the back and then working my way forward. Okay, and then these are the 3 originals. Okay, so looking at it from this angle, I think I can spread them out a little bit more. Okay, I'm pretty obsessed with them. I think they're so fun. Ornament Topiaries. I think the entire project, not counting buying these 3 separate ones, but making all those was less than $30, $40 total for those really big ones. Which, considering like this one was $20, having some of these bigger ones would have been a whole lot more. I really, really like them. I really like the look of them. I think they're so fun, and ooh, tripped. And I think they're going to be really cool for years to come. All right, you all. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it's not gardening oriented, but it was a fun DIY for my garden and for the holiday season, and I just love it. I think it looks fabulous. I think these are going to be pretty easy to store. I'm just going to toss them in trash bags. I think that'll end up being pretty good. But then also, like I said, should the time come and I want to change them out, I only use a touch of hot glue. And so these will be really easy to move or take apart and do something else with. I also really love the blue and purple along the bottom, and I actually have a bunch of pansies that need to be planted on the other side of the garden. It is in the 40s today, and I know I'm still not dressed very warm. I actually run hot. I'm hot right now. My hands are cold. But we're going to be planting up a whole bunch more pansies, and we're going to be getting to work on the holiday front porch. I cannot wait. All right, y'all, as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know my latest videos are up, and be sure to check me out on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. As always, she's a mad gardener or a decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.